Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Emmanuel Agbogun dey let us know the person wey im dey support for election wey wan happen for Edo State this year. Make I leave you make you hear from Emmanuel Agbogun.
My statement here this morning is first of all to our national leader, Comrade Senator Adams Aliyu Eric Oshiomhole. As you all know, we have been through a political journey of mishap, where we are neither here nor there. That Edo has suffered a lot because of decisions taken by you, sir. Sir, do not forget the humiliation that the current opposition or the current incumbent government did to majority of your loyalists in Edo South. If it is Tony Kabaka, his hotel was demolished. If it is our 14 members, Edo South Assembly members who won election and refused to be sworn in, they were all your loyalists across the constituencies that were never sworn in. They were all your loyalists. A few of them I will mention: Washington Osifo, who is also declared to be a governor, haven't served in your cabinet as a commissioner. I think the majority of these people who have suffered enough are all your loyalists. But amongst them, most is somebody I declare as a political leader, a political climax. It's not that person than Pastor Sage Zeyamo. Already with the media, we have been working voluntarily. There's never a time we have come to meet any party leader to say, give us bread for us to do what we desire to do for our party. We have had sleepless nights. We have had intimidation, oppression from the government of the day, but we have still stood firm. Across those of us in the state, across those of us in the diaspora who have been campaigning vigorously for our candidates, who have been campaigning vigorously for the national leader and president of this great party, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we have also done our best to ensure that despite no form of support, we have always remained steadfast in doing what is diligent. Yeah. My conscious Edo people, a warm good morning, good morning, good morning to you all my conscious Edo people. I remain no other person than yours, noble right activist, Comrade Agbogun Emmanuel. And if you're just joining me live, I want you to please invite and share. If you're just joining me live, I want you to please invite and share this broadcast. If you're joining me live, I want to see you invite and share. Invite and share this broadcast. It's Happy New Year to you all who are out there across the globe. I seize this opportunity to wish each and every one of you, friends, supporters, and party faithfuls, a happy new year to you all. My boy, my friend, Chris White, I see you. Happy New Year. Vic, I see you. Happy New Year. Henry, I see you. Happy New Year. Osamu Diame, I see you. Happy New Year. I can go on and on, but if I've not mentioned your name, so sorry. These are the first 3 persons who came up live with me, and I wish to appreciate them for being here. So if you're live with me at this moment, Edo 2024 is the subject of discussion. It's a happy new year. I want to believe that there's a new dawn awaiting Edo as it relates to governance. Edo State is our state. We have no any other state in Nigeria that belongs to us apart from Edo State. And for those of us who live here, who play politics here, who advocate here, we want to seize this medium to say what is obvious particularly as it relates to the opposition party of the state, the APC, who we have all seen that is currently pulling strings in the numbers of nominations of candidates who have declared their interest to vie for the office of governor of Edo State. I also want to use this medium to also say a few words to our APC leaders in Edo State, particularly our national leader, Comrade Oshiomhole, and also to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Asiwaju Tinubu. I remain all the person and yours noble right activist, Comrade Bogu Emmanuel. I haven't taken time to look at the numbers of candidates who have openly declared their interest to run for the office of the governor, number one citizen of Edo State. I hereby wish to state as follows. Firstly, my statement here this morning is first of all to our national leader, Comrade Senator Adams Aliyu Eric Oshiomhole. As you all know, we have been through a political journey of mishap, where we are neither here nor there, where wrong decisions have always led to setbacks within the political atmosphere of Edo State. As you all know today, we have passed through tremendous journeys in our political quest to ensure absolute egalitarianism. You all know what transpired in 2016 when Adams Aliyu Oshiomhole left office and handed over to Governor Godwin Nogegase Obaseki. You also know what happened in 2020 when Governor Godwin Obaseki vowed for the second tenure of his administration. And thus far, we are now in a political arrangement again, where we are going to select our governor for the next 4 years. My address to Adams Aliyu Oshiomhole this morning is to firstly appreciate him for his neutrality. Neutrality in the sense that he has not openly come out to endorse any candidate, unlike what we have seen in the opposition as the number one leader in the state. I want to applaud him for that. And having applauded him for that, I also want to go to the issues I feel he should be concerned about. If you take a closer picture to what has transpired, you will agree with me that the decisions of Adams Aliyu Oshiomhole has kept us in this leadership uncertainty in the state. Just few months ago, Edo South political atmosphere got a leader for over a long period of time. We had not gotten a leader to direct our political decisions and advise our political decisions in this part of the state. I also wish to state that because of this political uncertainty that has greeted us over a lengthy period of time since Adams Aliyu Oshiomhole left office, sir, you agree with me that there's a lot that you still need to do to correct this political imbalance that we have in the state. Against all odds, you have brought a candidate who in the last 8 years has governed Edo State, and having governed Edo State, he had gone into some level of political crisis with virtually all the political leaders we have in Edo State. If it's in the PDP family, we know the history. If it is in our own APC political family, we also know the history. I wish to state, my national leader, that we should not forget the stormy days and the rainy days and the happy days. I want to remind you that sometime in 2012, a group of people came together after you had won your governorship election through the tribunal in 2007 to 2008, a group of people came together against all odds to ensure that your mandate was recovered, to ensure that you mount the number one position of leadership in Edo State. And after which they did not depart, their political structure and sagacity were with you all through your second tenure, where you won the 18 local governments in Edo State. You won all the 192 wards in Edo State. And after which, we all know what transpired, that saw Pastor Sageze Yamu and some other politicians within the ACN then move their clouds to PDP. We also know that in that election, Pastor Sageze Yamu won that election. Pastor Sageze Yamu did not only win that election, the election was also upturned on the wishes of some persons who we all know here. I want to state categorically clear, sir, that the Edo 2024 race, if you have taken a closer look at the contestants who are out, you agree with me that Pastor Sageze Yamu has pulled all the relevant party leaders across the 192 wards on the majority side to himself. It is not because he is buying them with money. It is because of the leadership platform he has offered that he has created over time in their lives. I want to still go further to state, sir, that Edo has suffered a lot because of decisions taken by you, sir. Against all, everybody came out to say in 2016 they don't want Obaseki, but you came out and superimposed him and said he was the leader we all should queue behind. And a lot of us, some of whom I am, came out and we left the ACN with Pastor Sageze Yamu to the PDP. And on that basis, we have seen that he is a leader that has a lot to offer. As I speak to you today, if you go into his agenda for Edo people, you will agree with me that the simple agenda is a major quest, is a major document to elevating the plights of Edo people, to ensuring that we have what is called political leadership stability. We have lacked that in the last 9 years, and we need a man who can create that atmosphere for each and every one of us. Sir, there's this lingering rumor going on that against all odds, you are kicking against the candidature of Pastor Sageze Yamu. I call it lingering rumor because I have not had an official statement from your aide, neither from yourself. But one thing I've heard you said is that the race have been thrown open and we would not be looking at zoning at a time like this, which has been verified by also party executives within the party executives of the states. Sir, at this juncture, I want to implore you to please look at the history of where we are coming from and take a picture of where we will be going if we decide to pick the right candidate again at this time. Pastor Sageze Yamu has always supported your cause. He has always stood by you from 2007 to 2012. And now, I think a glaring call is also out there by we party stewards that he should be allowed to fly the flag of the APC. Our national leader, sir, I want you to toe this path, because if you look at where we are coming from, the journey thus far, you agree with me that nobody has fought Pastor Sageze Yamu politically the way you have fought him. and coming to realize that there were a lot of mistakes in the quest you did, I think it is time for you to take the leadership bull by the horn and stand by this man. That is my opinion and advice to you, sir. Having said that, I want to move forward to analyze what the political atmosphere is to my own common understanding. One, sir, if you look at the entire media space where some of us are very, very visible, fighting for the interests of the party for the last 6 years and across the globe, you agree with me that we have all queued behind Pastor Saigeze Yamu. The entire Edo media space, I repeat again, the entire Edo media space who have been consistent, we have all queued behind Pastor Saigeze Yamu. Two, if you look at the spread of leadership that has come out to say that we are currently supporting this man. If it is in Esako, the spread is there. If it is in Onwa, the spread is there. If it is in Edo Central, where they say for equity and fairness, they should be allowed to lead, the spread is there, sir. If it is also in Edo South, where some of us are, the spread is also there. So, sir, you will agree with me that those persons who are currently declaring across the state, some of whom are from Edo North, Edo Central, and Edo South, does not enjoy the popularity and the solidarity of party mobilizers as Pastor Saigeze Yamu is currently being supported. I repeat, if we decide as a party to put sentiments and self-interest apart, you agree with me that Pastor Saigeze Yamu is the best candidate to fly the party flag at a time like this. I want to remind you, sir, there were days when AK-47, pastor at night, pastor in the day, AK-47 at night, were the order of Edo, to the extent that people, our opposition, which you brought into power, were the ones who used that against pastor. Whereas, that was untrue, that was not in place, and against all odds, pastor did not employ any legal or judicial requirement or services to prove himself. As a man of God that he is, he always has a forgiving spirit. He's always there to ensure that whenever someone offends him and the person realizes his mistakes, the doors are thrown open for forgiveness to that man. Sir, do not forget the humiliation that the current opposition or the current incumbent government did to majority of your loyalists in Edo South. If it is Tony Kabaka, his hotel was demolished. If it is our 14 members, assembly members who won election and refused to be sworn in, they were all your loyalists across the constituencies that were never sworn in. They were all your loyalists. A few of them I will mention: Washington Osifo, who is also declared to be a governor, haven't served in your cabinet as a commissioner. I think the majority of these people who have suffered enough are all your loyalists. But amongst them, most is somebody I declare as a political leader, a political climax. It's not that person than Pastor Saigeze Yamu. Already with the media, we have been working voluntarily. There's never a time we have come to meet any party leader to say, give us bread for us to do what we desire to do for our party. We have had sleepless nights. We have had intimidation, oppression from the government of the day, but we have still stood firm across those of us in the state, across those of us in the diaspora who have been campaigning vigorously for our candidates, who have been campaigning vigorously for the national leader and president of this great party, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we have also done our best to ensure that despite no form of support, we have always remained steadfast in doing what is diligent. So it is against these odds that I want to say that you look at it squarely and take a decision that will not further divide the party, but unite the party. I also want to state, sir, that a lot of persons who know vividly well that Pastor Saigeze Yamu is a leader that will change the political landscape of Edo State, but they want to paint a narration that he is coming to hijack the political structure, retire you from politics and all that. Sir, I wish to state categorically clear, sir, that those are mischief makers in our midst. Those are mischief makers in our midst, sir. With all what happened in 2016 after the elections, yourself and Pastor Saigeze Yamu could see it, sit down, campaign together. All odds in blessed memory to our political father and leader, which the entire length and breadth of Edo State is currently, and will still be missing his absence, even if nature and the cause of death has taken him away from us. It's not that person than Captain Osa Okumbo, popularly known as Kapi. We all know if Kapi would have picked a candidate, he's still pastor. And I think if there's any price you pay to your friend and to the political class of Edo, which we all benefited from, is to see that his last wish before he departed the surface of earth come to a pass under your leadership. Having said this, I want to wind up by saying that despite the fact that Edo is APC, despite the fact that Edo is largely being governed by PDP, we know how we, the APC political family, have always shown our capacity. As of today, we have the highest number of legislators at the federal level. We have the second largest numbers of legislators at the state level. And with all political calculations on our side, we stand a chance of winning the entire 18 local governments of Edo State come 2024 September. So I want to end by saying, sir, let the best man lead. Pastor Saigeze Yamu has shown that he has the charisma, one, to forgive. You all know what happened. I would still repeat it again. If we go and bring somebody who we don't know, when the tea gets served and it is hot, I want to believe that nobody should complain. Pastor Saigeze Yamu has shown that he has a forgiving spirit to all and sundry, including those who came out to malign his person and who are still maligning his person till date. He has never for once come out to say that he is being victimized by these persons or group of persons. And despite the fact that he lost the elections, he has never come out to create any form of instability or resistance to the government of the day, even when he has such political clout. So I want to say, sir, let us allow this political time to read out the Eze Yamu factor of victory. God has ordained him. Those of us who are man who are men, who have paid the supreme price of advocating and ensuring that the APC does not be seen or should not be seen as a forgotten party within the Edo political space. We are also coming out in our numbers. We are also coming out in our numbers to say that Pastor Osage Ezeyamu should be allowed to lead and fly the party flag. I know those other persons might have an ambition. The ambitions are very open, but they should know that the time has come for reward, steadfastness, and capacity to lead. And that is where I stand. And I can assure you that we all know that those persons who might be throwing their voice on the media for one candidate or the other are those stooges that are being paid. I stand to be corrected. I stand to be interviewed on any platform. They are those stooges that are being paid. As I speak to you, I have not received a dime. I don't intend to collect a dime to support the cause of Pastor Osage Ezeyamu from primary to election proper and to governance of the day. Let us support a man who has capacity. Let us support a man who has capacity. And let us allow the ingredients of democracy to have its course. Having said that, to my candidate and leader, Pastor Osage Ezeyamu, with the political slogan POI, now you I don't know any other candidate. We are all one political family, but when it has to do with the issue of governance of Edo State, your simple agenda, which I will be discussing on Thursday, your simple agenda is a document that I have digested, and I know if implemented, particularly your wish to show leadership by example, exemplary leadership, if you decide to carry out that to the fullest, as you have written in your manifesto, you agree with me that Edo State will be above board. And let me also say that for those of you who have one ambition to support or the other outside what we support, please, you have heard what POI said. By showing party leadership example, we are not in this quest to insult anybody. We are not in this quest to insult anybody or any group of persons, and we will continue to advocate for him without any form of insult. I also want to end this broadcast by saying this chance for POI is a chance we must win. If you are a member of the POI family, let us go all out to begin to mobilize our members, because all our members will be deciding who governs them in this election. All our members will be deciding who governs them in this election. Whether they come with indirect primaries, they come with direct primaries, the question to ask is, are we a united front to the general elections? Are we a united front to the general elections? I'll draw the curtain close here, because today is a busy morning and we have to hit the ground running. A lot of works are tied on my neck that I need to deliver for the owners, and even as I'm here, my phones are ringing on both sides. So I want to appreciate each and every one of you who have stood here to listen to what we have to say. And for those of you who have also seen what I have said here, whatever thing Oshiomhole has said in the past is a thing of the past. We are talking about what is present. And for those of you who knew that what he said was wrong, I wonder why you still be bringing it up here on the media. Those are old campaign slogans that saw us being badly governed for the past 3.5 years. So once again, I want to appreciate each and every one of you who is here. And I want to appeal to you all to please share this broadcast before I take my bow. For those of you who are here, please also like and share this broadcast before we leave. Now, PO, I don't know any other party. I don't know any other candidate. Now, APC. If there's anybody who has been badly battered for supporting the APC, I think I'm one person. And if there's anybody who has also been badly battered for supporting POI, I also think I'm among those persons. So please, let us make the simple agenda a reality. They have tried to copy it within the last 3.5 years, but because they are not the authors, it has failed woefully. So I want to believe that we can do better. And I also want to believe that when we get this mandate, Edo people shall live to appreciate the decisions they will take come September 2024. Once again, I am nobody but Comrade Igbogun Emmanuel. Remain blessed. Bye for now.
Now we don't hear from Emmanuel Igbogun. Let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things wey dey happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you with this video, make you help us share am. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.